early days, or even from the version you learn in your intro to econs. Alright? Okay? But they are all the same. They all say the same thing about interest rates. Interest rate must play a negative role because interest rate is the cost of borrowing. So naturally, when cost of borrowing goes up, investment must drop. Okay? And how much investment drop is guided by the size B1. Should I say B2 in this case? It is how investment respond to real interest rates. Okay? The only difference is some of you, okay, let me put it down to show you. In your intro days, you had a slight different version. Okay? Some of you, your version was, don't copy, was this. Was the I bar minus I naught R. You may have this version. Simply means, investment is not zero. Okay? Another version you could see was this. Some of you had I bar plus B1Y minus B2R. Okay? This version now is a combination of what you learned in intro and the one in your lecture notes. You combine the two. They all doesn't matter. The examiner will tell you what version. But it's very clear, interest rate must play a negative role. But here, let's look at our Keynes version again. B1Y minus B2R. Keynes now has an additional version, which is income. Okay? Now, we must be a bit careful with this income. Okay? Please do not say income goes up. Okay? Let me pen here for you, the wrong approach. Students like to do this. They say income increase from the equation, investment goes up. Okay? Now, examiner won't give you marks. He will just deem that you are a math student. You are not an economics student. So to be specific, it should be income increase. Alright? Income means household firms, they all have extra spending power. Okay? It's equivalent to say demand goes up. As a result, firms will increase production. If you recall, you are taught before Y equals to AS. That's the meaning of, income goes up, income is demand. Supply, which is aggregate supply, goes up. Firms increase production. But that is still not investment. Okay? And to increase production, firms will increase the use of capital. You need more equipment and machines. And therefore, investment goes up. So you could see, we are interested in behavior. We are not interested in the equation at all. Even you don't quote the equation, you write out this behavior, you get more marks than the student who happily memorize equation. So be very careful, okay? So if you ever had this incident probably in your intro days, you wonder how come got nothing much to write. Okay? Or the examiners usually don't give you many marks. It's because you don't explain behavior. You overly focus, on the equation. And you say, my equation says so, which is wrong. Okay? So all these are given to you in page 9 of your notes. Investment is B1Y minus B2R. Okay? So we said investment goes up, but how much? Investment increase. And we will say the amount depends, on not just the change in Y, but also, the size of B1. Okay, so could you see I am articulating the equation. It depends how sensitive firms react to income. So we call B1 income elasticity of investment. Okay, it has a name, very mouthful. Income elasticity of investment. If you don't like the word elasticity, you can use the word sensitivity. Sensitivity. They all mean the same. You don't want sensitivity, you can say responsiveness. Okay, use whichever term you find yourself can relate it to it. Alright, so it's not income increase, investment goes up, right? It depends on how much firms, okay, depend on income as an indicator. So how much they react, you call it income elasticity, or income sensitivity, or income responsiveness. I think in my lecture notes I put responsiveness, okay, of investment reacting to income. Okay, you should know what is your B2, right? Most of you know your B2 or your I0. So your B2 now is known as interest sensitivity, whichever version you like. Interest responsiveness or interest elasticity. Okay, either one of them. Okay, now in our model, between B1 and B2, we give more emphasis on B2. We like to compare between countries, between states, the B2. Alright, okay, so pay more attention to your B2, and some of you know, based on your year 1 economics, it affects the investment function. Okay, alright, so here you could see, alright, we move on in our lecture notes, page 10.